In this video I'm going to describe and demonstrate all of the remaining kundalini kriyas from kriya number 12 all the way to kriya number 20. Again, physically they're all identical. Now you're just becoming extremely introverted and entering into a deep meditative state. Siddhasana remains the same. Eyes are closed throughout, all of them. Tongue in Kichari Mudra throughout. The only variation is most of them you're doing Ujjayi Pranayam. Some of them you're not, just normal breathing. And otherwise you're still, completely still. Physically, the body's completely still. Hands on the knees. You can now do a hand mudra if you like. But again, the idea for all of these kriyas is to remain perfectly still. Okay? Eyes closed, tongue in Kichari Mudra. Okay? And then just like that, right? Because the idea is then to achieve, by staying still, you can achieve the psychic stiffness, the body can disappear, and you can go into the higher states of consciousness and experience the other forms that we have. Okay, so the 12th kriya is Shambhavi. Okay? In this one you visualize a lotus flower, right? The base of the stem is going in the spine. The base of the spine is at Muladhara, and the roots are extending down into the ground from Muladhara. The stem goes up the spine, inside the spine, through Ajna, over Shuddhi, then Ajna, and straight up to Sahasrara. And then you have the flower at the top of the head. Again, you can go, just look on the internet for some pictures of lotus flowers to see what they look like. And again, the practice starts off, imagine it as a bud. Mm-hmm. And when the flowers open, the petals are pink, and there's some red veins, and there's like a stamen with a yellow stamen inside, multiple ones. Anyways, just if you see pictures on the internet, you'll know what to visualize. So again, you exhale completely. Your awareness is at Muladhara. Right? Inhale with Ujjayi Pranayam, and allow your awareness to rise up the spine, right, along the stem of the lotus. At the end of inhalation, you've reached Sahasrara. Right? You hold your breath inside, and then you imagine the lotus flowers now from a bud. It's opening up and blooming into a flower. Right? Until you can see the petals all opening up and the yellow pollen-tipped stamens. And then it'll close again, and it'll open, and it'll close. And again, depending on how long you can hold your breath for, you allow it to open and close. When it closes the final time, again, usually I do 3 times, open and closed, before I begin my exhalation. But again, it's purely individual. There's no instruction for that. But once you begin your exhalation, you move down again the stem with the exhalation, all the way down to Muladhara, and you complete your exhalation. And at Muladhara now, when your exhalation is finished, you hold your breath out for a few seconds, and visualize the roots are going down and spreading out in all directions. All right. So this one is also done for 5 times. I'll just check it. That's right. So this one's also done for 5 rounds. So that's 1 round up and down, and then 2, and so on. The next kriya, number 13, is Amrit Pan. Again, everything's the same. Siddhasana, eyes closed, Kichari Mudra. Okay, this time you bring your awareness to Manipura chakra, right in the center of the, just opposite the navel and the spine. Right? And again, like the first Kriya, you imagine the warm, sweet liquid there. Exhale fully, right? Then inhale with Ujjayi, and you draw. You're pulling the this warm liquid up your spine, and you're allowing it to collect at Vishuddhi. Okay. When you finish your inhalation, at Vishuddhi, you let it sit there for a few seconds, and it should become from warm. It should become cold, right? And then you begin your exhalation with Ujjayi Pranayam. Exhale. And you take it to Lalana chakra. So Lalana chakra is in the soft palate, so there's the hard palate, and then just after that is the soft palate. So kind of just at the roof of the mouth at the back, just in the soft palate, just above there. And you'll feel it. Once you're exhaling towards that location, you'll feel where the point is and you'll know where to concentrate. Okay, and then you do your Ujjayi exhalation into Lalana. And once you're done your exhalation, you move back to Manipura and begin the second round. And this one is, you do 9 rounds of this one. Yes. Okay, the 14th one is Chakra Bhedan. Right? So again, same thing. We're sitting still. Eyes closed, Kichari Mudra, Ujjayi Pranayam, and so this one you start at Svadhisthana in the spine, right? So you've exhaled fully, concentrate at Svadhisthana, you begin your Ujjayi inhalation, and now you go from Svadhisthana down to Muladhara and then up the front passageway. And you finish your inhalation this time at Vishuddhi. And you immediately begin exhalation from Vishuddhi, go up to Bindu, and then back down Ajna and all the way back down to Svadhisthana, right? So it's a slightly altered circuit compared to what we've been doing so far. Okay, and that one you practice for 11 rounds. The 15th Kundalini Kriya, Sushumna Darshan. So again, Siddhasana, eyes closed. In this case, we breathe normally. There's no Ujjayi Pranayam this time. And the instructions are, and this one I think there's a little bit more freedom in terms of what the practice actually is. So I'll give you what this one says, and then I'll show you what the other book says. So you concentrate first at Muladhara, and this one says you begin drawing, a simple form of Muladhara chakra, right? So you imagine a pencil, and with that pencil draw a square at Muladhara. Draw the largest possible inverted equilateral triangle within that square. Then make a circle touching all the 4 corners of that square, and then prepare 4 petals. 1 for each side of the square, right? So, so this one tells you to basically take a pencil and draw a simple form of the chakra, right? And this book, this is that's Kundalini Tantra, right? This is a systematic course in ancient tantra techniques of yoga and kriya. So this one says you should visualize it according to the diagram that's given. Here, I can show you the... Right? So here's the diagram of the chakra, right? So in this case, you can actually, again, you can see there's no triangle here, but that's also can be seen as Muladhara. There's actually many different, there's actually New Age versions too, which I'll probably post some on my blog, because my preference is actually for those more colorful New Age ones. But you can visualize this one, or any one, up to your personal preference, right? So he says, right? So see the 4 red lotus petals and the snake coiled around the lingam at the center, right? So just the whole visualization here. And then after that, you just go up to the next chakra, right? You just move your awareness up again, breathing is normal, right? Go to Swadhisthana. You imagine the chakra at Swadhisthana, right? And you keep going all the way up. Right? Let's see, I'll read it from here. To Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna, right? Then Bindu, and Sahasrara, you know, the 1,000-petal lotus. Right? And now at this point, so you've kind of created a visualization of all these chakras at all the different points. And now you try to imagine them all together, right? So you kind of just imagine yourself sitting there and all the chakras are in their positions there. And then that's it. Go to the next one. And that's it for the 15th Kriya. And then you continue with the 16th Kundalini Kriya, Prana Ahuti. So again, we've been motionless body-wise, right? Siddhasana, breathing normally again for this one. And this is a very quick one. So feel the soft touch of a divine hand lying on your head. The hand is infusing subtle prana into your body and mind. And the prana is traveling down from Sahasrara through the spinal passage. And you may experience a wave of cold, heat energy, electric current, stream of wind or liquid, right? Some vibration or shock, right? Tickling sensations, right? Something. And that's it. So it's fairly quick. You just imagine the hand and just feel the energy and then just wait for kind of a shiver, perhaps, and then go to the next Kriya. The 17th Kriya is Utthan. Again, everything's the same. Awareness at Muladhara chakra. Breathing normally still. Visualize it clearly. You see a black Shivalingam made of a smoky gaseous substance. The bottom and the top of the lingam are cut off. And there's a red baby snake circled around it. And it's trying to uncoil itself so it can move upward through Sushumna. And as it struggles to release, it makes an angry hissing sound. The tail remains fixed on the Shivalingam, but the head and body move upward and come back down again. And again, sometimes the Shivalingam and snake may shift their position in the body. Again, I never experienced that when I practiced this. Or it says you can even choose to visualize them elsewhere. I always left it at Muladhara. And then the head of the snake is very wide, having the same breadth as your body. It's not a cobra though. And at some time you may feel your body contract. And this will be followed by the sensation of bliss. And you go to the next Kriya. The 18th Kundalini Kriya. Swarupa Darshan. So again, our physical body is the same. This particular one actually is to become aware of that stillness now. Realize how that you've achieved now the psychic stiffness. You've done all of those kriyas by remaining still. And now you're actually aware of that. Okay, my body's motionless, right? It's completely steady like a rock, right? Just your natural breath is going. You know that you've become completely stiff, like the psychic stiffness has come into play. Okay, so once you kind of feel you've achieved that psychic stiffness, you go to the next Kriya. And again, usually I find this is a quick one too, because as soon as I check it, I realize, oh wow, my body's pretty much gone, right? The 19th one is Linga Sanchalana, right? So again, you're now totally stiff. Eyes remained closed, right? Kachari mudra. And now you're going to add in Ujjayi breathing. So I guess one note, Kachari mudra is actually not mentioned explicitly in the other practices. But I find if you try to apply Kachari at this point, you break the psychic stiffness. So what I do is I keep Kachari mudra through all of the practice, through like from 12, whenever it started, from Kriya 12 all the way through to the end. So that way I maintain the perfect stillness. The only thing I vary is I add back Ujjayi breathing for this practice, right? But otherwise I'm totally still. Okay. And now you can start to realize the astral body, right? So with each inhalation, your body seems to be expanding. With each exhalation, your body appears to be contracting, right? And again, it's not your physical body, because your physical body is like, it's not moving, it's stiff as a statue, it's pretty much gone, right? It's your astral body that's expanding and contracting. And as you keep doing this, it becomes more and more pronounced. Your body gets really big and it gets really small. Right? And eventually you reach a stage where the astral body contracts right into a point of light. And as soon as you reach that, you go to the final, the 20th kundalini kriya. Right? And I'll just read it. You have realized your astral body as a single point of light. Now look closer at that point of light and you will see it take the form of a golden egg. As you watch this golden egg, it will begin to expand. The golden egg is luminous and glowing intensely. However, it does not give off any rays of light. As the golden egg becomes larger, it will begin to take on the same shape as that of your astral and physical bodies. This form, however, is not a material or even a subtle form. This form is glowing light. It is your causal self. Right? So, again, it's the third body that is said that we all have. And that's about it. Again, in my own experience, I can't say how much of these final two kriyas I experienced, but I definitely, you'll definitely have some interesting experiences. When you go through all 20 of these, it takes me about 2 hours to go through all 20 of them. I'm not sure exactly how much time I spent on each one, but by the time I'm done and I check my watch, about 2 hours has gone by. You have no choice, in fact, except to achieve a deep state of meditation. That's what's so great about the 20 kriyas. You just follow these steps, and by the time you're done, you're in a very deep state of meditation, no matter what, right? And that's the end of this course, and the 20 kundalini kriyas. Okay.